These books are one of the most powerful books that I've read. And believe you me when I say this, because you see these books, they will teach you the moves that are needed in this competitive world. They would also help you understand life and how others have been tactically playing this game called life. So later in this video, I'm going to share the link to where you can get these books on the internet. I'll share it on the screen. I think I'll also put it in the description box. Let's just see how it goes, okay? So here's the thing, I'm not going to be showing any books in this video because I don't have them physically. I have them on my phone. So the first book is the 12-week year. I don't know if you've heard about this book. I think I heard about it some years ago. I can't remember when exactly, but I actually read this book early this year when I heard about it again, and I was like, I think it's time for me to read something. So this books basically provides a blueprint for revolutionizing your planning, your delivery, and your productivity. It's centered around execution. That is why I like this book. Most times we are always like planning, strategizing, and stuff like that. But the main work is in the execution, because if you have planned and strategized and you have not put what you've done into action, then you just wasted a whole lot of time, okay? So why this book is so much focused on execution is this. Most times what we are lacking that makes us not to move from point A to point B is just execution. Now imagine this. Do you know how many people that are obese that want to lose weight and they are not losing weight, or they have not lost weight? Years and years and years go by and they don't lose that weight. Do you think they don't know what to do? Them still carrying the weight is not because of a lack of knowledge. They know what to do. But the problem is they have not acted on that information. So most of the time, what is stopping us from going from point A to point B is not like you don't know what to do. You know what to do, but you are not acting on it. So execution is very, very important, because we have gone past that planning phase. We have planned and planned and planned and planned. How do we move forward? So it kind of teaches you how to put structures and systems in place that would help you with execution. Now, not only planning, accountability, systems, accountability structures that will help you to execute your duty, your job, your work, basically, personal life, professional life as well. So let me just give a little breakdown on what this book is talking about. So normally, at the beginning of the year, we are all hyped and we are planning our year. We are planning our goal, our vision board for the year. We plan our vision board basically for 12 full months. So whatever I'm planning, I'm like, okay, by the end of the year, I'm going to be having so and so savings. I'm going to be having so and so number of subscribers. I'm going to be, just we plan in on a 12-month basis. That's what we do regularly. But now this book is telling us to plan on a 12-week basis. So basically saying break your year into how many 12 weeks again? 12 week is 3 months, right? 3 months as four. That's four. So break your year into four parts, and you're focusing on a particular goal for 3 months. And you know why this makes a lot of sense? Because you know how you rush work when you have a deadline, when you have a close deadline. Believe you me, it happens to me a lot. So I was procrastinating housework, basically. Like, I needed to do the dishes, I needed to clean my room, I needed to do the toilet, I needed to do the bathroom. That was a lot of work. And I don't know, maybe I was kind of overwhelmed and I kind of shut down. I didn't even do the work. But guess what? Someone called and was like, I'm coming to your house in the next 1 hour. Believe you me, 1 hour was enough for me to do the dishes, wash the toilet and the bathroom, clean my room in 1 hour. But this is something I was like, oh my God, this will take me a whole day. This is a lot of work. So most times when your deadline is very close, you tend to achieve more. That is why the 12-week year makes a lot of sense. When you put a goal for just 3 months, by the time you know it, I'm like, oh my God, 3 months is almost over. And you start working hard. But once you just do that 12 months, it's kind of very far. I'm like, by the time it's March, you're like, there's still a lot of time, before you know it, April. Yeah, just in April, there's still a lot of time, So that 12-week year makes a lot of sense to me. I don't know about you, but it really makes a lot of sense, okay? And also, this book also talks about not, choking yourself with so much goals. So, for example, it says we should pick at every time, we should pick at least three top goals. So, for example, you could do something like this. For this 12-week year, I'm going to focus on my health, I'm going to focus on my finances, and probably relationship. So you could say for your health, you could say, I'm going to lose like 5 kg and I'm going to make sure I drink at least 2 liters of water every day. That's one. Then for your finances, you could do something like, okay, probably I'm going to be saving so and so amount of money out of my salary every single month or every single week, since this is a 12-week year. Then also you could do for your relationship, probably maybe every 2 days or every 3 days or every week, I'm gonna call, so and so person, stuff like that. So this is how you plan your 12-week year. And another thing why I like this 12-week year book is the fact that it talks about systems to track execution. Because if you're not executing, then you just did not achieve anything. So it talks about systems you can put in place to, help with execution. And one of the things that I do to help in execution is having a to-do list. I used to use Trello before, but it kind of got a little bit complicated for me and it didn't really have the features that were helping me, execute properly. So I had to do a little research and I came across Todoist. I started using Todoist this year, though I've heard about it long before now, but I started making use of it this year. And I just like how the app is set up. It's very easy for someone who wants to set up, goals and, strategies, especially when it comes to recurring taxes, recurring goals, recurring activities. I love to do it for that. It's very easy to set up, very easy to cross out as well. When you've achieved that goal, you can easily cross it out. And I like the fact that you can always check your activity for the day. Like, what am I doing today? With your recurring schedule or recurring to do, you can always check your activities you have for the day and you can always tick them off very easy. So when you read this book, what it helps you to do is this. It helps you with that procrastination factor. It also helps you achieve more in a shorter time frame and it also helps you stay focused. If you have other productivity apps that you use apart from Todoist, you can share with me. I love to, look at these things once in a while because you never know what features these other ones have that could be more beneficial than what you're currently using. Okay? Share with me in the comments. I'll be reading. Okay? So the next book that you should read that will change your life, change your perspective on things, how you see things basically, is called Influence, the Psychology of Persuasion. So what this book basically talks about is 6 principles that you can use for negotiation, persuasion, sales, marketing. Yeah. So I discovered this book recently during one of my numerous researches, and this book is very important if you want to influence people, if you want people to say yes to you, if you want to go into sales, if you want to go into marketing, because you need to influence people for them to buy, even during negotiation. So this book is very important for anyone who wants to go into, you know, positions where you need people to say yes to you, basically. So I think everybody should read this book because at one point or the other, you'll be in a position where you want someone to be like, okay, yes, I can do this for you. Okay, yes, you can come have this. Okay, yes, I can attend to you now. Okay, yes, I can buy your product now. So at one point or the other, we all need people to say yes to us. So I feel like this book is a must read for everybody. So let me give you a brief description of what this book talks about. So it talks about 6 principles of persuasion. And these 6 principles are reciprocity. So the idea is that once you do something nice for someone, there is this urge that the person feels, to reciprocate, to do something nice for you as well. So that's what that just talks about. So the next one basically talks about commitment and consistency. So once people tell you, I'm going to do so and so for you, they are kind of most likely to do it for you than when you are the one telling them what to do for you. So, for example, instead of telling someone, can you come visit me at 6 o'clock? You ask the person, when can you come visit me? When will you be available to visit me? And the person will say, okay, I can come by 4 o'clock. Now, because this person has said, I can come by 4 o'clock, the person is more likely to come because the person chose the time for himself, the person committed by himself, and you're not the one that said, I come by 6 and visit me now. Do you understand the logic here? I hope you do. If you want to understand it more, you need to read the book, okay? So the third principle is social proof. So basically, people look to others to determine their own action. That's why when you see advertisements or sales products, they will tell you something like, join 100 of others to do to so and so thing. And most times it also plays out in like on social media as well. Sometimes I see some posts and I'm like, this person commented or this person liked, maybe I should like it too. Maybe there's something important here that this person is. And sometimes when some people follow some kind of people, I'm like, this person follows this person, probably there's something that they're learning from this person, and I also follow. Yeah, it happens to all of us. Don't deny it, okay? The next principle is liking. So this one says something like, people are more likely to be influenced by people that they like. Needs no explanation. Very true. Then the next principle is authority. So basically, people like to obey people in authority. So for example, if you are saying something and you want to sound more convincing, you can quote an authority figure. For example, you're saying something like, do not eat apples in the mornings. So now if you want to sound more convincing, you can say something like, research from World Health Organization has stated that eating apples in the morning can cause so, 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 and so. That's an authority figure, that's an authority body. So this now makes your statement more convincing, and you can easily influence those people. When you say, don't eat apple in the morning, you see that because of this, your extra, padding with authority, they'll be like, I'm not gonna eat apple in the morning. Then the sixth one is scarcity. It just says that people value things that are scarce. Sometimes some people even go as far as saying things like, I don't like to buy brand new, I like to buy thrift, so that they don't see their clothes or their bags or their shoes on someone else's body or so many other people's body. Because then when you start seeing the clothes everywhere, it kind of screams like it's not that expensive, it's kind of cheap. So if you want to read more about these 6 crucial principles, if you want to learn more about influence and psychology of persuasion, then I'm going to drop a link in my description box. You should do well to check it out. Then the third book that I read that is very important is The Game of Life and How to Play It. Very interesting topic, by the way. So how did I come across this book, you may ask? So I actually saw this book on YouTube. So I was just scrolling through YouTube and the title just hit me like, really? Who doesn't want to learn how to play the game of life? And so it sucked me in, okay? And I read the book. So basically, the theme around this book is the law of attraction. I don't know if you've heard of it before. So many people have heard of it. But that is the theme around this book, the law of attraction. So whatever you give the universe, is what comes back to you, basically. So this book basically helps us to understand how our words, how our mind, and how the way we think manifests in our lives, in our physical being. So the main thing here is the power of positive thinking, the power of our thoughts, the power of our words, the power of speaking affirmatively to manifest what we want, to manifest our desires. So some universal laws that are touched in this book is, let me read it from here. The law of expectancy. So it means that your imagination and subconscious mind can manifest reality, basically. Then the next law is law of karma. So basically, what you give the world is what you receive in return. Law of non-existence. Avoid focusing on negativity and let go of resistance. So basically, stop resisting negativity. You resisting negativity means you are focusing on negativity. Your mind is there, so you are resisting. So avoid focusing on negativity. The law of forgiveness. Forgiveness can redeem and save individuals from unwanted conditions. Then the law of love. Love is one of the most powerful forces and can transform lives. So these are the laws that this book touches basically. The good thing about this book is that once you read this book, you start paying attention to your thoughts, you start paying attention to your beliefs, you start paying attention to your actions so that you can, create positive change or a positive environment, around you basically. Believe you me when I say these books contain skills that you need to navigate your everyday life. You need to plan, you need to execute, you need to know how to get people to say yes to you. You need to know how to, manifest, positivity in your life. So it's a no-brainer. Basically, you need to get these books, and I'm going to drop the link in the description for you. Now, if you like this video, hit that thumbs up and also share it with someone who might find it useful. Don't forget to subscribe and also turn on the notification bell so that you never miss a new video. Thanks for watching, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. I was just scrolling through YouTube. Hey.